Egypt and Iraq are seeking to deepen ties and reinforce a regional alliance with Jordan. Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi met with visiting Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani on Sunday in Cairo. They discussed strengthening economic cooperation and security ties between the two countries. They also discussed regional issues, including their cooperation with Jordan. The trip marked al-Sudani's first visit to Cairo since his cabinet was approved by the Iraqi parliament in October, ending a year-long political stalemate. Since 2019, Egypt, Iraq and Jordan have intensified their ties, with their leaders holding 5 summits to discuss implementing strategic projects. The projects include building gas pipelines between Iraq and Egypt through Jordan and an industrial city on the Iraq-Jordan border. Adel Mahroui is in Cairo and joins us with the latest. Adel, President Sisi met with visiting Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani in Cairo on Sunday. What did the two leaders discuss?
Well, they went, you think about it more of an orientation meeting. This is where the two leaders meet for the first time since Prime Minister al-Sudani formed his government in October last year. And basically, this is a continuation of the depth of a partnership between Egypt and Iraq, along with Jordan, as you've mentioned. So basically, this is just an introduction so that both countries can continue heavily in the track that the former Prime Minister has set with the President of Egypt and the King of Jordan. And one of the highlights that came in the meeting is that al-Sudani stressed to President al-Sisi that the pace of collaboration between Egypt and Iraq should be at least doubled in the coming months, so that when their cooperation high committee, the joint cooperation high committee between Egypt and Iraq convenes this summer in May or June, they will have a lot to implement many of the decisions earlier taken by both countries. So basically this was just the beginning, and throughout this year, this summer, and then at the end of the year, we will be seeing a meeting on the summit level. The two countries plan to deepen cooperation mainly through power, infrastructure, investments, industry, and trade. These are the main sectors that they've been focusing on. And beside the Egyptian president, Prime Minister al-Sudani has also met with the Egyptian Prime Minister and the Egyptian Foreign Minister and the Chief of Intelligence, all of which who have been discussing with Iraqi officials how to keep the momentum of their bilateral ties going.
And Adel, how are relations between Egypt and Iraq, and what else is on the Prime Minister's agenda?
Well, as you briefly mentioned, since 2019, the two countries have witnessed a magnificent boost in cooperation between them. We've seen Iraq, Egypt and Jordan particularly create the cooperation committee between them, and that has been seeing the leaders of the three countries meeting annually. And as I said earlier, this year's meeting will be taking place in Iraq, where President Sisi and King of Jordan, King Abdullah, will be going to make sure that the cooperation between them keeps on. There's huge potential in the cooperation between the three countries. Egypt was invited by the Prime Minister al-Sudani to invest in the industrial zone and the logistics zone between Jordan and Iraq, through which the Prime Minister promised that Egyptian products can find their way to the Jordanian and the Iraqi markets as well. That's beside, of course, the cooperation on the oil level, where a pipeline between Iraq and Egypt will be connected through Jordan, and this will give access to Egypt's liquefaction projects, and from there will boost the exports of petroleum and natural gas from Egypt, Iraq, Jordan into Europe.